Hi guys, welcome to today's message. I have a lot of details, insights about some major conflict happening between the DM and the Karmic. So I'm just gonna jump right into. All the cards are out already because I only record the summary of my readings as usual. So this Divine Masculine is feeling vulnerable, uneasy, on edge. There are some big changes happening in his life regarding the Karmic, and these changes are potentially life-altering. He's doubting that he's strong enough to handle them. He's trying to avoid these changes. He doesn't feel like he can adapt well to new situations that might arise, that these changes might lead to. He feels like he's losing control of the situation. Things are slipping out of his hand, out of his control, which makes him feel vulnerable, worried, on edge. So basically, someone got caught sneaking around, hiding things, not being honest. At first I thought it was the Karmic because the Peacock card here represents a feminine energy, but later on when I got more details I found that it was actually the Divine Masculine. So now the Karmic feels like he wasn't acting like you would expect an ideal life partner to act. He didn't stay true to her, he broke this commitment they had toward each other. He lost her trust, now she's wondering what else he has been hiding from her. She's unsure of him, whether she can trust him from now on. This upside down peacock card here tells me that there's a conflict, resentment, pain. The Karmic feels hurt. This might have brought up some old pain, resentment from arguments they had in the past, or it could have opened up a wound from an old relationship that the Karmic had prior to this one. She just can't seem to digest this situation. Very angry, nasty, not compassionate, kind, or understanding. Doesn't want to accept the Divine Masculine's apology, his mistake. The Cosmic card on its side tells me that things are out of balance right now. This harmony has been disrupted. They feel disconnected from each other. They are not content, not happy right now. It's on its side, so this karmic cycle is not ending just yet, but these changes, this event is moving things closer to the end. It's moving the karmic cycle closer to, we're getting closer to ending it. This will change the course of their relationship and not for the better. It feels like tragedy right now, at least for now. There's trouble in paradise. Also, the upside down dolphin card here just confirms that there is some hurt happening here. Both the karmic and the divine masculine are hurting. And the DM underestimates his own power, feels like he might not be able to handle this. You might have picked up on this energy divine feminine if you felt overwhelmed recently, like you couldn't go on anymore. Things were just too much or out of your control. Old fears, traumas resurfaced. You might be picking up on your divine masculine's energy on this drama, especially if everything was fine until a few days ago or everything was fine last week. Also, there are some heavy energies going on due to some planetary alignments, astrological events, as I mentioned in my previous video, that you could be picking up on, and it actually could have contributed to this conflict between the DM and the Karmic. The upside down fire ant card here tells me that the Divine Masculine is trying to bring things back into balance, cool down the situation, tries to put an end to this drama and this conflict. He's trying really hard not to let this heat get to him, tries his best to keep his cool, to stay disciplined, to think before he speaks, so he doesn't say the wrong things and make the situation worse. So he's very careful with his words, tries not to let his emotions get the best of him, and not to stoop down to the karmic's level, because as I mentioned, she's pretty nasty, unkind. He is being thoughtful, he understands that the karmic's feelings are hurt and takes that into consideration. There's a communication barrier between the two of them. because the karmic is not giving a chance for the divine masculine to explain himself. She's not really ready to hear his side of the story, doesn't want to listen. She acts like a know-it-all. She's a bit egocentric. It's all about me, me, me. I'm the victim here. I'm so hurt. I got betrayed. So it's a pretty one-sided conversation for now. Someone is awakening to the truth. Some things are being revealed to this karmic. Some things the divine masculine wasn't honest about, was hiding, and it has to do with finances. I bet some of you thought that maybe this divine masculine was unfaithful, but no, this DM is not a cheetah. I'm just kidding. The cheetah card actually is not about being unfaithful. So the two main things that usually lead to an end of a marriage or relationship are being unfaithful and money quarrels, but this is about money quarrels. Some things has been stirred up. The caca hit the fan, or as we would say where I come from, the party got tipped over. The upside down vulture again. That just confirms that things are out of balance in this karmic relationship. This situation is a mess. The Phoenix card is confirming the Cosmic Air card, so it's confirming that this karmic cycle is coming to an end, is going to end. This divine masculine, by the way, was being very productive. He's been working hard on his abundance, on being prosperous, growing. He worked hard on this life he created for himself and the karmic that felt comfortable, it was familiar, predictable, which gave him a sense of security. So he didn't just want to destroy what he put so much work into. He had trouble letting it go. That's why he wasn't taking action. He didn't want to destroy all that he worked for with a tower. He was trying really hard to avoid that tower. Deep down, maybe he wanted to take action, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. So, because he wasn't going to do it on his own, he's forced to now. Things are being stirred up, being shaken up for him, and he has no choice but to go through these changes and transformation. He wasn't ending this karmic cycle on his own. This is very overwhelming for him, but he wasn't going to commit. He realized he wanted to be with you, but he just wasn't doing anything about it. He wasn't committing to his ideas, his thoughts, his plan, wasn't acting on them. I got the image of this lizard just laying on the sun, not moving, until someone comes along, startles it, and makes it finally move, makes it run. So he needed a push. He wasn't moving on his own. Oh yes, this feels like a big tower moment, and I have conflicting feelings when I get a reading like this. On one hand, I feel bad for the DM because this is not a pleasant situation. Nobody likes the conflict, the tower, and feeling vulnerable, worried. It feels devastating and intense. On the other hand, I'm excited because finally he will act. Things will change in the 3D, in the physical world. So don't feel bad if you're happy listening to this reading. Just make sure you send some love as well to this DM because things are rough for him right now. The Upside Down Camel card again confirms that things are out of balance. This divine masculine is exhausted. He lacks vitality. He feels like maybe he cannot handle this challenge. He's overworked, feels depleted, like he's running on empty, needs energy, needs to regain his enthusiasm for life. He needs to release this burden that he's been carrying, this karmic drama, and the feelings that he has been hiding. He has been hiding his deepest wishes. He mastered his emotions, learned to control them, hide them. What I'm also getting from the Lion card is that he's going to regain his strengths. He's going to become his joyous, vibrant self again, regain his vitality. He's not going to give up. He's going to work hard toward a new vision, a new goal. Well, not exactly new, you have always been his wish fulfillment. So he's going to work hard on hard to get back to his positive, enthusiastic self, to get some nourishment for his soul, get his energy back. These secrets that have been revealed are clearing the way to you, Divine Feminine, to his divine counterpart. He is still being quiet, however, because he's still timid, needs to regain his confidence. He's not feeling very confident, fierce right now. He feels weak from all this drama, the terror that he has been going through. And he's just, yeah, so he's concerned with what's going on in his life right now. He's focused on this chaos that's going on in his life. What concerns him right now is the ending of this relationship, and I'm getting really strongly that this is a marriage that's ending here. This is a divorce, which is always a process. It takes a while. So he doesn't quite feel completely free just yet. He needs to regain his strength from this tower that he's been going through. And yeah, so just try not to be impatient, Divine Feminine. He's going through some challenging times, a divorce as I mentioned. He's leaving the familiar, comfortable. He needs to retreat from this noise, this chaos that's happening in his home and household. He needs to take care of some things right now, some obligations. A divorce, as I mentioned. He needs to catch his breath, recover from all this. Needs some quiet time, some rest, find some inner peace, and things just need to settle down. But he will return to you, Divine Feminine, and he will feel grateful. I'm getting you haven't seen each other in a long time, so he will feel grateful when you can finally meet each other again, and he can get things off his chest, come clean about his feelings. He has a lot to tell you. He will feel grateful that all this chaos had happened to him, that he had to go through all this. But for now, he has to take care of some unresolved issues with the Karmic first, so he can put the past behind him and heal. During this last part of the reading here, I asked what this conflict with the Karmic was about. What was the Divine Masculine hiding from the Karmic? I know it had to do with finances, but what exactly was he dishonest about and why? The details I got was that this had to do with the Divine Masculine's mother. This mother figure is a loving, compassionate, nurturing mother, a very graceful, gentle, kind soul. The Karmic has some jealousy, some resentment toward the mother-in-law, which is interesting. Usually it's the other way around. I think this Karmic finds the mother-in-law too clingy, like she lacks boundaries, she's too involved in their lives, in their marriage. But this mother has good intentions, she's really sweet. They just somehow have a messy relationship with the Karmic. I really feel that it's actually the Karmic who's controlling. But this DM thinks highly of his mother, looks up to her, listens to her advice, and that makes the Karmic feel threatened, like somehow she will have less control over him due to the mom's well-intended influence. This Karmic might be a narcissist. This just sounds like some narcissistic type of behavior to me, when narcissists like to control people, they like to isolate people from others who they are close to, and also accuse others with character flaws that they themselves possess. Also, this Karmic is controlling when it comes to their money. She feels really entitled to the Divine Masculine's money, but it's his money. He worked really hard for it for a long time. It's mostly the DM who is the breadwinner. He works really hard to be prosperous, and she doesn't contribute that much financially. I mean, I mean, I know that's how most people think once they are married, like they feel entitled to the other person's money as well, but it's not always right. There should be a equal give and take in a relationship, or close to equal. Also, I'm getting that this karmic is a bit eccentric. She can go crazy when it comes to spending money, and I'm not getting a shopping addiction here. It's most likely about travel. This karmic likes to travel a lot. Anyway, all this drama happening is finally forcing the DM and the karmic to communicate, to have this conversation they've been avoiding for a long time, this uncomfortable conversation. It's time for them to be honest, to say what they really want, because they have been pretending like nothing was wrong for too long. Things have been lurking in the shadows, creating tension that need to be exposed, need to come to light. This leads to some sneaky behavior, feeling the need to hide things from the other person. The DM didn't feel like he could share with the karmic that he was going to give some money for his mother, because the karmic is so controlling and she has this resentment toward the mother-in-law. So this talk, this series of conversations with the karmic will expose some secrets, some feelings the DM has been hiding because he was too scared to open up about them. The karmic's true nature will also be revealed. This true nature that the DM has been trying not to see, trying to ignore. Also, the DM's true desire will come to light. This will bring this phase of stagnancy, lack of action, stalling, slowing down to a halt, to an end. So this period of inaction is going to come to an end. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. Just please like, comment, subscribe, help me grow this channel so my messages can get out to as many divine feminines as possible who need to hear them. Thank you guys. Bye.